Greg, would you just kind of assess how you think you've done through camp so far?
I think I've done pretty good. I came in a little heavier this year. I got kind of light. I'm playing like a 320 right now. I feel pretty strong. Still feel athletic, and I think I'm progressing. Still working on little things like hands, and still working on my second step, getting up the field. Just having a good base. So I'm just trying to go out there and get better every day. Just try to ignore all the negative things against me, like the heat, red ball, all the team period. Just try to focus on really getting better. As an individual, and then make my game elite.
A lot of positions are kind of scrambling for jobs, Greg, but it looks like you guys on the line have just been steady with the first group, the second group. What's it like to go into camp with so much experience, I guess?
It's actually pretty cool just knowing that you have a lot of guys with experience, because of that trickles down to the young guys. They see us work hard. It's setting a standard as Coach Luke wants to see. We kind of got away from the standard, what we like seeing. So Coach Luke's trying to bring that back, and he's trying to, lean on the older guys to show the younger guys the new standard of Ole Miss football. So I think that's a veteran. Having veterans on the O-line is a big plus, I think.
You worried about the veteran element to the offensive line, but how are you guys playing together as a singular unit?
Pretty good. We played a lot together last year. We always bond outside of football. We're pretty close. We eat together. We talk on the phone. So we're a pretty close group. That's why communication is never a problem with us. It's never coming from a disrespectful place. It's always coming from a love. If I say, hey Sean, let's pick it up, man. I feel like lacking right now. He won't get offended. He'll say, all right, bro, appreciate it. Or if I'm slacking or lacking, he's going to hold me accountable to doing my job. So just everybody doing their jobs, and having accountability is pretty big. Also having a good, strong head and not getting pouty and moody when somebody's getting on to you is also a big thing from older guys.
The defense obviously has had its struggle stuff in the run last couple of years. You go against them every day. Do you think they're better? Do you see improvement from them?
Oh yeah, Coach Crime got them right. They're flying to the ball. They're playing harder. I can tell a whole different intensity in their confidence at the game too. They're coming to the game confidence, talking. Every O-line wants to play with a nasty, aggressive D-line. So when we get kind of scrappy out there, coaches love it, because we know we're just trying to be a hard-nosed football team as he wants it. And so, we're going to go out there, D-line's working hard, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they're getting after the defense, is playing harder, they're making turnovers, getting stopped. So I'm excited to see, for the upcoming season, how they're going to play.
Not a lot of experience at running back. How do you evaluate how the running backs have done so far?
I feel like the running backs all rely on O-line. I feel like if you have an experienced O-line, having an inexperienced running back group is not bad, because they'll get acclimated to having that experience real quick, just as holes open up and, playing with us. Scotty Phillips has been great so far, hold on to the ball, making big runs, great feet. Isaiah is doing pretty good too. Isaiah's playing up right now. Who else is the freshman, Tyler Knight? He's special. He's a pace changer. He's a scat back. We get them the ball. We can kick return, punt return. He's a silent player to watch. I think he's talented enough to have those Heisman traits. Just doing a lot of things great. So he's going to be one of those guys to watch out for a long time here.
You mentioned working to try to make your game elite. So what does that mean for you? Where do you feel like you need to do?
Just as Coach Luke says, getting to the second and third level stuff. So, first level is, your simple hands, steps. Second level is, understanding the plays and what you can do as a veteran. So Coach Luke is okay with me doing things other than other guys, because he knows I understand the concept of the play. Also just studying my opponent better, just knowing him in and out, knowing what he does best, putting that extra work in the film room. It's going to help my game this year be elite.